we're all good. We're going to start rehearsing soon for going off to America and coming back. And I've spent a lot of time thinking about this telephone box recently. I understand that it's just incredible. It's just an incredible.
Have you seen the side? We'll have a look inside. It is open.
You've got to see that.
Oh.
So when will you get the audio installed?
That's down to me pulling my fingers out.
Well, you waited 5 months for me to give you the audio, so
I haven't got that excuse anymore.
I finally delivered the audio to them yesterday. So when you can dial up, you can hear me talking a little bit of verbal history about the telephone box. But it's incredible. I won't give away my speech before we start. But, those of you who have seen us play recently will know that I can't even remember the words to songs I've sung over 1,000 times. So today is going to be a moment where I'll need some help. But you're looking terribly posh today, Steve.
Yes, I know. I haven't got my jeans on, my t-shirt today.
Your paintbrush. You finally got the red paint off the two of you, haven't you?
Yeah. I've still got some on my steering wheel.
Brilliant.
Oh, I love it.
Andy, I know it was your birthday last week. Happy birthday.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. So
you can open it.
Use 20s. Is that okay, I'll save it for a moment. Thank you. And Sarah, guess what somebody gave me for my 60th birthday? A copy of your book. So I finally seen it, and it is fantastic. So congratulations, that's really, really impressive. Yeah, it's like, oh, thank you.
That's really good.
That's very present.
Yeah, what a great present. You know, I mean, listen, who would expect on their 60th birthday to get a picture book about themselves? It doesn't happen to many people, does it? So it's pretty impressive, really. It's incredible to think, actually, that the school used to be over there because that's School Lane, and of course the school doesn't exist anymore now, but the playing field was so awful that they actually used to come and play football games in the park against other schools, and it had to be prefaced by them putting lines of sawdust down to mark out the pitch. And this is how old I am. They used to mark the pitch in sawdust for football. There used to be a house there that burnt down as well.
Really? No, I didn't know that.
There was a house there that burnt down when I was a kid. It wasn't me.
Yeah, but you were out playing for some matches, right?
No. Yeah, so, but it's it's just really, really surreal. Anybody want to ask me any questions whilst I'm standing here with nothing else to do? No? Good. Well, bugger off then. Let's go. Yes. Hello.
Yeah.
Paul's house. I do vaguely remember, yeah, but that wasn't you, was it? Oh. You weren't throwing stones going, shut that racket up, were you? So did you live down Franklin Road then? Okay. And you're still a resident in Meols? Oh, you've gone posh, haven't you? Gone to Household? No, I went to Household. No, I came back to the coast. The funny thing is I live in Frankby, and I can actually see the railway in from my house. So it's, you know, literally I can see where I came from. It's quite incredible. I mean, in January, that thing used to cast a shadow over our house. We didn't actually get sunshine on it because that thing was so damn big. But no, I mean, I've got very fond memories of rehearsing in Paul's house, and it was, you know, his long-suffering mother. My word. One day I think I put this in the book, but she was confined to bed because she was too ill to go to work, but we still carried on practicing, and we were writing Bunker Soldiers. And hour after hour of as we try to work out the synth melodies. After about 4 hours, she came downstairs and went, "It's a nice song, but do you know any others?" It must have just driven her insane. And because I've got a programming room in my house, and when I'm programming for hours and hours, I'm just blaring away. But my son returned from America now, and I can't get into my programming room because he's in there all the time now. And now I'm having to listen to hour and hour of his music going round and round in loops. So any other questions?
Yeah. How do you keep your energy up? you're dancing all the time. We can't keep up with you.
Well, fortunately, you're more confined to a smaller space, so you don't. It's a lot easier to windmill dance when you're not confined. I couldn't do it in there. The thing is, I have to get fit. I mean, I have to get fit. I mean, if you do live in Meols or Hoylake and you see a guy in long black lycra leggings and a yellow top looking like a cross between Max Wall and a wasp on his bicycle, that will be me pedalling along the front and down to Liso Lito. So yeah, you've got to get fit, you've got to get the stamina up. And, but yeah, usually by the end of the first week on tour, I am in serious agony, and because even going to the gym and cycling, I cannot actually exercise the muscles that I use on stage, particularly like my neck and things like that starts from, all that. So by the end of the first week, I'm a mess, and then I start to kind of climb back out again. But the reason I like touring actually is because other than the hour and a half on stage, I do bugger all for the rest of the day. I just travel, read, sit in the bath.
It's so far, I don't know how you do it.
Well, I don't know how long I'll be able to keep it up.
That many gigs that you do.
No. Well, I mean, if people have been wondering why we're not doing the meet and greets on tour this time round, it's because I basically said, I sing for an hour and a half, and the extra hour and a half of talking to people and singing on stage it just puts more strain on me. And now that I'm an old man, getting a bus pass.
It's still good.
It's here we go.
Andy, there was a talk on the radio on Saturday night about you and the Pet Shop Boys about doing a tour in Glastonbury. Are you going to do it?
We are always talking to people about the possibility of doing gigs.
The best out of the Pet Shop Boys and you.
The best.
And they mentioned you, lad.
Totally different bands.
We have the deputy
We
mayor
have
and the deputy
the
mayoress.
important people.
Right.
Hey, very nice to meet you.
Andy.
How you doing?
How you doing? Right then, do you want to make a start?
Yeah.
Okay. Forgive me, I do have a script. I don't normally read from these things, but it will help me today.
Same for me.
So, Deputy Mayor, Deputy Mayoress, Andy McCluskey, and all who are here today, welcome you all to the home of Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark, or OMD for short, for this very exciting blue plaque unveiling ceremony here in Meols, Wirral. My name is Stephanie McCarhill. I'm the chair of the Friends of 632-3003. The Friends are a local community group set up in August 2017 by myself along with Andy Barrett and Hazel Barrett, his wife, to adopt and maintain this important, urban, iconic landmark which is synonymous with OMD. We've all worked hard to realise our vision of transforming this phone box into a mini museum of OMD, and unveiling this blue plaque is a significant milestone in this journey. I would like to invite the Deputy Mayor to say a few words.
Thank you very much indeed, and it's a great honour to be here this morning and to meet with Andy and all you good people. I'm very sorry we got here late. It's going to rain, I hope not. But I'll get on with my speech, and I've written a speech. I don't want to miss anything out, so I'm going to read from the speech. I don't normally do that, but I will on this occasion, if you don't mind. So thank you, Steph. I'm delighted to be here for this blue plaque unveiling ceremony here at the Red Telephone Box in Greenwood Road. This telephone box is a stunning cultural landmark in the Wirral, which is not only treasured by the local community, but by OMD fans from across the UK and around the world. Fans flock to visit the phone box, and it has huge emotional significance to them because of the linkage with OMD. OMD band members used to use this phone box in the 1970s and 80s to make and receive calls to their manager, including booking gigs. It was this telephone box that OMD found out that one of their earlier singles, Messages, had gone into the top 20. In tribute to the phone box, OMD released the second track, entitled Red Frame, White Light, on the 1st of February 1980. Throughout the track, the band repeats the telephone number, 632-3003. Fans really identify with this phone box and refer to it as OMD, or 632-3003 phone box because of this track and the connection with the band. It's a significant achievement that OMD have now celebrated their 40th anniversary and have major success internationally. The track Red Frame White Light also celebrates the 40th anniversary of its release next February. You will hopefully be aware that this year Wirral is Borough of Culture for the Liverpool City region. Along with fantastic events and exhibitions, this year is also about celebrating the incredible artists, actors, musicians and sports people that call Wirral home. Amongst these is Andy McCluskey of OMD, who I'm delighted is here with us today. Andy is a great advocate for this wonderful borough and is a massive supporter of our ambition to put Wirral on the map of culture. I am honoured to present this award to Andy in recognition of all that he is doing as an ambassador for Wirral. Now it gives me great pleasure to ask Andy to say a few words. Before I do that, I'm going to present the plaque to you, Andy. I will do that. So, congratulations, Andy, and all the very best.
Yeah, unaccustomed as I am, I've got a speech as well. And I'm trying to do it quickly before we get soaked. Thank you. I'm really, I am actually honoured. It is a remarkable year for Wirral as a borough of culture, and there's been many wonderful events already, and I'm not sure if are we allowed to talk about events in September?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Great. Okay, because I was going to have to keep it all
Depends
very.
which ones, yes.
But the certain orchestra.
Yes, you can, yes.
With the
yes.
certain park in Birkenhead.
Yes, you can
okay.
say
Yes.
that, yeah.
And, well, we had hoped, a certain band had hoped to be able to play with them, but we're in Atlanta that night. But there will be unveiled that day a brand new piece of music by us with an incredible film that celebrates the beauty of Wirral, and it's actually part of a Wirral triptych of music that we're writing now, our home peninsula. So it's a really cool way to kind of celebrate this crazy place between the two rivers and the sea. But we're delighted. You know, it's been a great place to grow up, and I still live here. Humphrey's bucketed off, but I still live here. So, you know, what a place to receive the award. Here we are standing. My house is right over there behind the railway inn. Paul's house was just over there. The church where I used to be in the Boys Brigade, marching up and down, waking people up on a Sunday morning. And a telephone box. Yeah, so let me, yeah. I think the telephone box does deserve a round of applause. Brilliant. So listen, you're all familiar with the story. The Deputy Mayor's done half my speech about the telephone box anyway, so I'll skip some of it. But I will tell you that after the single had been released, and you know, when we were busy touring around the world, I would still meet people who were residents in Meols who would say to me, "Oh, I walked past your telephone box the other day, and the phone was ringing, so and they were asking for you." Because the thing is that a lot of people didn't realise that if they were outside the Merseyside area, they had to preface it with 051. And there was a poor lady in Edinburgh who was inundated with hundreds and hundreds of telephone calls and actually threatened to sue us and the record company, because not only did people not realise that they had to put the 051 in, but people forgot they were in different time zones. Their phone was ringing all through the night as well. So all I can say is, fortunately for that lady, that the single Red Frame White Light wasn't a bigger hit than it was, otherwise she would have had to change her number. So I don't think she saw the funny side of it, which he was going to sue, but yeah, we can laugh about it now. But so 40 years later, we're here for kind of it's a pretty surreal occasion, really. Because what's really triggered all this is the telephone box was taken away. But it's back! Yay! And it's all down to some fabulous nutters. The friends of 6323003. Steph, the Barretts, and lots of other people who I have to say, bloody well done to.
Well
Incredible job. And with some help from local councillor Andrew Gardner as well. Yes, you can have a round of applause too. They managed to persuade the powers that be to return this, but not just to return it, but to actually then take it to another level. And I mean, it's essentially, it's become even more iconic now than it was 2 years ago when it went walkabouts. And what you have done, have achieved with getting John Petch to do this amazing design, the incredible, I hope you've all had a chance to see it, new mosaic floor. It's the first time I've seen it in the flesh, which is just gorgeous. There is going to be audio now when you've used the telephone. I've recorded 5 pieces of me giving a bit of history, and Paul Humphreys has found an early demo of Red Frame White Light, which you might have a previously unreleased version. And so yeah, there's 2 ways in which we're now celebrating. One is we're going to unveil this plaque, and 2, a certain band called Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark have been using the multi-track demo to sample the keyboard sounds, because we're going to play Red Frame White Light on tour finally for the first time in 34 years. So that's it. Thank you so much for coming along today. It's a really, really bonkers thing to think that Paul and I used to use this as our office 40 odd years ago, and now here I am just after my 60th birthday getting handed an amazing award by the Deputy Mayor and celebrating this phone box getting a blue plaque. It's incredible. So congratulations to the friends, and thank you very much, Deputy Mayor. And you wanted me to hand back to you before we...
Well, you can unveil and then you can hand back to me.
Okay, thank you.
By all means.
Now then, I haven't practiced, but hopefully this is going to come off. Oh, lovely. There we go. Look at that. And really, well done, friends. It's this plaque wouldn't be here, and the telephone box wouldn't be back. And it's great that it's going to have a future now. It's become a thing of its own. And in fact, there may also be a musical play being written about it, not by Paul and I, by somebody else as well. So the box is going to carry on with a life of its own for years and years to come. Steph, do you want to speak again?
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. So, all I wanted to say, just to finish off, is a massive thank you to the following, really. To the Deputy Mayor and the Deputy Mayoress for being here. And thank you for the speech. To Andy McCluskey for unveiling the plaque and for all of the support you've given us and the ongoing support. To Hazel and Andy Barrett, my fellow Friends Committee members, for all your hard work. To St Andrew's Church for making it possible to put the plaque on their wall.
They gave you permission, did they?
Yes, they did. You've got it in writing. To Peter and Gillian Bolt of Conservation Areas Wirral for all your help with the plaque. To Gary Buckle, whose generous donation allowed us to obtain the plaque, and he's a big OMD fan, and he donated the money for this plaque. Finally,
don't tell them how much it costs.
No, I won't. No, I won't. Thank you to all of the OMD fans for their donations, their buying of merchandise, and their support. And thank you for everyone for being here today.
Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much. Well, thank you.
Back in 1980, did you ever think you'd be standing here getting a blue plaque?
Yeah, I did. When I used to be playing football in the park there, dodging the puddles and the dog shit, I never thought I'd be standing here a week after my 60th birthday. But, and you know the thing about the Boys Brigade is, they never let me play in their bloody bands.
Sorry now. Sorry.
Well, at least I can't be blamed for waking everybody up on a Sunday morning as they thumped around Meols. But yeah, mind you, snare drum and bugle were the only options, and I wasn't good on either of them. So I'm glad. But oh, by the way, for those of you who also know, the other Meols member of the band, Mr. Malcolm Holmes, who came from Park Way, he's the furthest away from the phone box, but only by a few hundred yards, was telling me he is now feeling better than he has done for years and years and years. He started playing drums again, which has worried Stuart. But it's really, for me, the best news of this year has actually been that Malcolm is so well and healthy. He's lost weight and he's fit, and he just feels the best he's felt in almost 10 years. So that is really, really good news. So another ex-Meols resident who buggered off to Hanover. But, okay,
we have Mr. Frosty who lives in Mr. Humphreys' old house in Franklin Road. Yes.
Good to see you again, Dave. You all right?
Yeah.
So you haven't found any old tapes or the old drums in the attic or anything? No, I know, because I really wished that we had. It hasn't been announced, but there's an exhibition, an OMD exhibition coming up at the end of the year as well. And we're looking for a lot of our old equipment, and we have got. I mean, we've got quite a lot. My original bass has been put back into its grey and orange livery from the Enola Gay video. We have found the old Vox, the Farfisa organ and the Elgam organ that the boys used to play on the tours in the early 80s. We've got Malcolm's old drum, but we've got quite a lot of really cool items, including the synth and the Enola Gay drum machine. So, you know, it's just bonkers what's going on this year. There's museum exhibitions. There's going to be some music in the park. Yeah, unfortunately we can't play with the Philharmonic, but they're going to put something up on the screens, and there's going to be some new music. I don't know if those of you who saw us do the Minotaur song from the film at the it's kind of in the vein of that, but trying to capture the three very varied elements of the peninsula, because we don't count the south because we're joined to Cheshire down there, so the south doesn't count. So I was just thinking of three things, so trying to do something sort of quite pastoral for the Dee estuary. I've got quite industrial with the Mersey, and I haven't got a bloody clue what to do about the north coast, because it's just concrete, turbines, horizon, and sea that looks like cold coffee, and I'm struggling to find musical inspiration on that one. So if anybody's got any ideas for the north coast, send them our way. A sea shanty.
Yeah.
Martin could probably play accordion if we gave him. He can play anything, can't he? So we give him a bit of practice. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you to Steph and the friends. Thank you to BT for taking it away, and I hope to see all of you at the upcoming concerts this autumn.
Definitely.
And it'll be yeah, we're going to play Red Frame White Light, we're going to play Telegraph, we're going to play a few bits and pieces we haven't played for a while. Those of you who hate the hits, we will be playing the hits. What? Do you know what? It is the hardest thing in the world to get the rest of my band to wave flags. And we have to rehearse, and nobody understands you actually have to rehearse to learn how to wave a flag. But, and I don't suppose you found any flags, did you? We have found the original flags from the Dazzle Ships tour. Amazingly, the boys didn't burn them. But we've got the original flags as well. But yeah, fortunately, Paul and I stayed friends with John Marmion, who used to live in the house next door to you, who was a painter and decorator. So we made up for all the years of him listening to our songs by employing him every time we moved house as painter and decorator. So he got his money's worth out of us in the end, your ex-neighbour. But yeah, it's nice that somebody who actually cares about the band is living in Paul's house. Well, you know, all those songs were written, you know, from Electricity through Messages and Enola Gay, and obviously Enola Gay was written by me in his house when he was at work, as you all know he used to. Another icon that's gone now, Hoylake Baths. He used to be a hod carrier down at Hoylake Baths. That was the only way they would let him keep having his dole money. So he was pumping bricks around, and I was writing Enola Gay in his back room. So yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming down, and
thank you.
See you all later in the year.
What brought you here today, or what your relationship is with the music?
I've been an OMG fan since 1991, so for 28 years now, and I've supported the Friends of 632 3003 since it was started, and it's great to see the Wirral being placed on the cultural map by this, and most importantly, it's good to see OMD getting the recognition they deserve with this monument to their career and all their work. So
Yeah, I came here when just after the phone box was brought back.
Yeah.
Literally the day after. It was a bit of a state at the time. It was, old and need doing up.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've seen it then, but it's been a massive turnaround. So what do you think Steph's done to updating the box and making it into a bit of a museum piece, really, haven't they?
She's done some amazing work, yeah.
That's great. All right, that'll do. I do want to say you're in a band, aren't you? Do you wanna,
I am indeed, yeah.
Do you want to just give a quick plug for that or anything like that?
Yeah, Weimar. We're a four-piece band based in the Manchester area. We play a kind of art rock, post-punk, touches of cabaret, bits of chanson here and there. We're an eclectic mix of styles, and we're currently recording our debut album, which we're going to aim to put out around February 2020. In the meantime, we're playing gigs around Manchester and beyond throughout the rest of this year. Look out on our website weimarbanduk.com for any announcements.
One of my favorite memories from last year is when we found out that Paul was getting married, and I went to some gigs in Germany with some German friends, and we were on the Autobahn, and the husband of one of them said that Paul had been on the radio and said that he would be going on a honeymoon to Bora Bora. And we thought we wanted to do something to kind of surprise him and to congratulate him. So during the gig in Leipzig, we were all dressed up in Hawaiian, Hawaiian skirts, and we had what do you call them? Garlands, flower garlands, and everything, all dressed up. And we had this banner. We made this banner that said, "All alone, no more. Have a great time at Bora Bora." And then we threw everything on stage, the skirts and everything. And Annie dressed Paul up with the props, the Hawaiian props. And and Stuart, the drummer, he wore one of the skirts as a wig, and it kind of looked like Animal from the Muppets, and it was just hilarious. It was so great. I love how the band is just up for a bit of banter, a bit of fun, and they interact a lot with the audience, and I think that's one of the best things about it.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
So this is the first time visiting the box or seeing it like
no,
this?
It's not. No, I visited quite a few times now. Yeah.
Is that since it's been put back?
Since it's been put back, yeah. I haven't visited right when it was put back, but not before either. But I think about probably when it got its first lick of paint.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I came back every now and then just to see what the progress was like, or whenever there was a meeting here, with the fans.
Yeah. We did a video. Like the day that the phone box came back. Literally.
Oh, right.
That's on YouTube. It's on a previous video that we've done.
I'm not sure I've seen that actually.
Yeah, we did an interview with Steph at the time.
Yeah.
It was literally the day it came back or the day after it came back.
Yes.
So at that point in time, it was, if you see the video, it was quite worn down.
Yeah,
and,
I know.
A bit messy.
Yes.
But then the whole team, bit by bit, changed it, revitalised it, and everything like that. And
yes.
So you've seen the progress that they've been making of it.
I have, and there's been, it is so much work, and Hazel, they really did lots of things to make it look this way. I've seen all the bits, all the photos on their Facebook page as well. It's to get the panels in, and suddenly, after a while, it started to look really, really amazing. I think it's one of the most beautiful telephone boxes out there, especially with the art installation by John Ketch. I think that was a really good surprise, and it kind of works. Kind of works. I've got a matching watch strap. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Okay, well, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
If you enjoyed this content, please consider liking the video, subscribing, and hitting the bell icon to be informed of future productions.